It's just wonderful to see young people continuing the work of African descendants and lifting and educating, which is most important, and providing accurate information on what it means to be part of the Afro-Latino diaspora. So it's amazing, it's amazing. So I'm very proud.
Being able to bridge the gap between culture and politics and kind of serve as an example for other Puerto Ricans, but also Afro-Latinos is a real unique experience and one that I'm humbled and honored to have.
Literally doing soul music with a lot of influences actually from the African diaspora. So there's like jazz influences, there's African music influences, Afrobeat, Zouk, and it's been like a pleasure to kind of bring all that mix.
Afro-Latino themes have been very important throughout my life, and I was happy to have the opportunity at the New York Times to bring some of those themes to a wider audience.
I think the work of grandparents, elders, aunties, uncles is to make sure that the legacy of your work is passed on. And to see this audience of young people focused on African diaspora studies, African diaspora culture, African diaspora creativity is what develops the building blocks of freedom, of liberation, and re-education of the mind, right? And breaking the chains of enslavement and miseducation.
We want to make sure that those institutions exist here in East Harlem and Barrio, but also in New York City. So it's an honor to be recognized by the Afro-Latino Festival, and I say thank you to the organizers for being here in East Harlem and allowing us to continue to explore the Afro-Latino experience.
Storytelling is part of our practice as human beings, I think, and we can't do it alone. When we sit down to write these poems, when we sit down to write these stories, we are bringing our communities to our table.
It was so important that when I entered into journalism to write pieces that would speak to our people, tell our stories. And sometimes we don't always see that in traditional media. So essentially, that's how Ain't That Latina was born, because I felt like we needed to have an avenue to tell our stories. And so I'm just humbled, grateful, and so thankful to the Afro-Latino Festival Committee.
I had the honor and privilege of traveling with President Obama to the Summit of the Americas in Panama this year, just April. And it was such a wonderful feeling to be there as Cuba was embraced and back into the nation among the world. And
I am here to say congratulations to all the organizers of this amazing festival. And just in terms of soccer, it is in its own way music, but the reason that 31 million people watched it is because of the Afro-Latino community. There's a lot of folks who understand the importance of what brings us together.